mọ́tò níbi plate number ibẹ̀ ló kun generator wà ẹ́ sì fà yóò sì start.
aláìṣe tiger car.
rárá o tiger car kọ́ midnight car ni.
kí ni jẹ́ midnight car.
òru nìkan ni máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ kì í ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́sàn-án.
sádàn ni.
àdàn kọ́ kẹfà ara pẹ́ àdán ni.
ẹdúró ṣe petrol nílò ní àbí dísù.
kò ló kankan nu méjèèjì.
kí wàá nílò.
tẹ bá ti dànù tí oil pọ̀ mọ́ kerosene.
ẹ sì fẹ́ epo pupa díẹ̀ sí ẹ bá dànù táǹkì rẹ̀ yóò sì máa ṣiṣẹ́.
ẹdún ọkàn gangan dàbá ìfúnra
ẹni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé kò sọ́kàn lọ́wọ́ mi gangan báyìí. èmi náà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ rà lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkan ni mo wá fẹ́ tà lẹ̀ kí n tó rà so owó tẹ̀yìn bá fún mi mo lè mélòó kó fẹ́ ni màá sì bọkọ̀ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ yín sì wá gbé fún yín.
ayé ìṣọ́.
ẹ wá ẹbẹ̀ lẹ́ ń tọkọ̀ ni. ẹ̀rẹ̀ ń rọkọ̀.
This Kids was performed by Comedian Boss. 32 FM 94.9. Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9. From motivationals
to news
to sports and talk.
We'll give you all you need to make the best of your day.
On the break of dawn, 32 FM 94.9.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
My head's so far away.
Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer. Oh.
The break of dawn for champions.
Champion, 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 champion.
On 32 FM 94.9.
A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. This is 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan, located on the 4th floor, Cocoa House Building, Ibadan. Welcome to the midweek edition of Breakdown Newspaper Review. My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Good morning.
Good morning to you, DELE, and good morning to everyone listening to us this wonderful Wednesday morning. My name is GBEMISOLA SOYEMI. Straight to the papers, but before then, we should tell you that we're live on YouTube, so you can go straight to 32 FM 949 Ibadan to, get to see us as we do everything we do in the studio. All right, I have with me Premium Times, Daily Trust, The Guardian, and The Nation.
My usuals, Punch, Daily Posts, Independent, and Vanguard newspapers.
All right, let's get to some headlines from Premium Times. Massive redeployment in NHIS, over 200 workers affected. Nearly 2 years, 14 constituencies without representation in Edo Assembly. There's also an analysis of 2023, Yaya Bello and his proxy quest for Nigerian presidency. COVID-19, Abuja authorities shut Wuse UTC markets. NIN, Nigerian government extends phone registration deadline. Also, strike. Federal government inaugurates committee as Sanu Nasser remain adamant. 2023, why South should produce Buhari's successor, ex-Kano governor. Hoodlums kill police officer, raise station in Abia State. Ile Arugbo court strikes out Saraki's case. COVID-19, Nigeria to get 80 million doses of vaccines in 2021. That's coming from SOYEMI. And still on COVID-19, PTF high-risk label on Kogi political. That's coming from the official. And National Assembly makes U-turn, says no voting for underage unmarried girls. That's also a report from the Premium Times. Electoral Act Amendment, future elections to witness less violence. Senate President speak up, document evidence. NHRC tells SGBV victims. State House Clinic to get COVID-19 testing laboratory. Federal government approves establishment of new polytechnic in Oyo State. Court joins Murik in suit challenging Arabic inscription on Naira Army flag. And finally from here, EFCC arrests 19 suspected internet fraudsters in Abuja.
From Punch newspaper, I have those headlines. Panic in NYC headquarters camps as resident officer dies of COVID-19. How I discovered 3 children with my ex-wife and mine. That's from a judge. There could be 10,000 Sunday Igbohos, Bakari warns. IGP welcomes Buhari from Katsina amidst handover rumor. Federal government, Sanu Nasu, creates committee to address IPPIS dispute. INEC to create more polling units, meet stakeholders. Of course, still from Punch, gunmen kill 26, abduct 40 in Niger, Sokoto communities. I am not surprised by my removal, sacked Borno Commissioner. INEC plans more polling units, meet stakeholders. 560,000 school-age children have schistosomiasis in Nasarawa. That's from government. We have to find out the meaning of schistosomiasis. Mob burns Ogun Market, Serikis house. 15 incoming jets, 8 unmanned aerial vehicles will boost anti-insurgency war. Abubakar. Ekiti herdsmen registration begins as state dusts anti-grazing law. Moving on to other stories, other headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning. MC Oluomo's book about his life, not 2023 politics. Ondo doctors protest salary slash, begin indefinite strike. Our core will enforce Southeast governors open grazing ban, says IPOB. Masked men kill 3 residents in Kaduna fresh attacks. There could be 10,000 Sunday Igbo's Bakari once I took that earlier. And also, Kogi Films over COVID-19 travel warning alleges NCDC is scaring investors. Drama as AFCC rearranges Kalu on 70 billion naira for charges. Don't play politics with Niger Delta Development, Wike tells NDDC. And it's necessary. APC wins Enugu Southeast in 2023. Oyema. Lagos opposes suit against Okada Keke ban. And finally, from Punch, Assembly Rights National Assembly, Buhari insists on state police.
I'm moving on to Daily Trust now. No going back on planned strike, varsity workers. And also this one says, Edo teachers refuse to resume in defiance of court order. Federal government flags of 2021-2022 Commonwealth Scholarship. Gunmen kidnap Buhari Council chairman's father. Also, attacks on Fulani in southwest. Act now before we lose Nigeria, Tofa tells Buhari. IGP, you're trampling on the law, lawyers tell Buhari. Ethno-religious sentiments affecting governance in Nigeria. That's coming from Lawan. 80 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines expected in 2021. Coming from SOYEMI. Federal government traces forfeited assets to 25 locations. And also, still on politics, 2023, INEC moves to create new polling units. APC registration give PDP members opportunity to join us. Omo Agege. Utomi, Naaba, others launch mega political movement next month. Still on 2023 presidency, suit seeking to compel El Rufai adjourned. Yari, Marafa, reconciliation not threat to Zamfara PDP. And also, federal government extends NIN SIM linkage by 8 weeks. Sun renews PAN Nigeria's quality certification. And also, moving on to this is from the health sector. Kano shuts UMC hospital for attending to severe COVID-19 cases. Nigeria to procure 140 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines in 2 years. Also, NMA seeks establishment of health bank. Others, those are headlines in the Daily Trust.
Daily Post newspaper. Next, I have the following headlines. Sugundo leaders declare position on face-off between Benue community. Air Force hail Otom. Tom Moore dies after COVID-19 battle. Zamfara Speaker wants committee chairman over delay of House reports. Rising insecurity. Fintiri bans movement of Okada Keke at night in Adamawa communities. Over 30,000 people killed, 3 million rendered homeless by bandits. Professor Garba. WHO reacts to Tom Moore's death. Umahi explains why he chased youths at Obunai Onu's coronation venue. House of Reps activities digitized in less than a year. Nas Clark Borate. Nigerian Army reacts to alleged execution of Igbo Christian soldiers. Herdsmen crisis. You are confused. PDP slams Ogun government for denying seeking Sunday Igbo's help. IG of police Adamu receives Buhari amid confusion over exit strike. University workers will state February 5 ultimatum. And moving to other headlines from the Daily Post, Jigawa Assembly extends local government's chairman tenure to 3 years. Monfa reacts to fresh 157 million naira fraud allegation. Also, Ondo doctors declare indefinite strike. Illegal foreigners causing security challenges. Akeredolu raises alarm. Doctors not responsible for patient's death at Abubakar Tafawa Balewa Teaching Hospital. And presidency increases COVID-19 testing amid second wave. Sunday Igbo, Fulani settlement set on fire in Ogun. Northern elders beg Buhari governors to arrest, prosecute attackers of Fulani herdsmen. Lagos, details of new law against cultures to merge. why I haven't visited my hometown, Ilorin, since my appointment. Chief of Staff Gambari Wike pledges support for NDDC. And finally, Osun Assembly confirms Justice Oladejo, Customary Court of Appeal President.
Guardian newspaper, delay costs federal government additional 679 billion naira on road projects. New petrol rule wants forex parity between NNPC marketers. EFCC seeks transfer of Carlos trial to Lagos. 21 killed, 40 kidnapped in Niger State. Northern elders ask Fulani herdsmen to relocate from south. Foreign airlines blame extra tests on fake COVID-19 results. Bad roads in northeast stifle military operations, says CDS. Subscribers applaud federal government, seek further extension of NIN SIM linkage deadline. We hope Makinde will make good his promises, say Igogo people. Also in the Guardian newspaper this morning, we have this one that says worries as Osun records 5 cases of deadly UK strain of COVID-19. Akeredolu alleges foreigners perpetrating crimes in forests. New CNS vows to flush out corrupt Navy personnel. More headlines coming from Guardian newspaper. Wike cautions NDDC on non-interference. PTF plans COVID-19 lab for State House Clinic. Group comments Okowa for upgrading 3 institutions to varsities. And also, group expresses concern over lobby for IGP's post. Zulum sacks health commissioner. Chinese bank orders absent in court as Kano challenges jurisdiction over 300 billion naira loan. Obi says federal government's cash transfer can't lift citizens off poverty. NDDC donates palliatives to women, others in Bayelsa State. Abia government decries destruction of farmlands by cows. CSO carpets Buhari's aid for defending Southeast exclusion in security architecture. Lagos Assembly writes presidency, National Assembly on need for state police. Akwa Ibom to pay 2 billion naira compensation for erosion control and drainage project. Also here, Sanwo-Olu congratulates Oyinlola at 70. Edo NUT denies knowledge of court restraints from strike. Tinubu, Mohammed, Gani Adams, others mourn more. Anambra lawmaker urges synergy among stakeholders to improve development. Adeniyi tasks Southern Middle Belt governors, National Assembly on insecurity. Seek legal redress, IPC tells persons hurt by media reports. And on insecurity, Akeredolu raises alarm over illegal immigrants in Nigeria. Bandits kill 3 in Kaduna State. And finally, Kwara State reclaims Ile-Arugbo land as court strikes out Saraki's case.
And next is Vanguard newspaper before we take our first break on the show this morning. Herders eviction. Act now before it degenerates. Bashir Tofa tells Buhari. Also, confusion over appointment of new IGP as Adamu welcomes Buhari to Abuja. Attack on Seriki Fulani's house in Ogun. Vanguard newspaper has that. And Herders eviction. Act now before it degenerates, I told earlier. 30,000 scholars benefit from Commonwealth scholarship in 61 years, federal government, while we are inaugurating mega political party, Utomi, Naaba, Agbakoba, Mongalu, others. 2023, after passage of amendment to Electoral Act in June, election violence will reduce, Lawan vows. Strike. Federal government sets up committee to address SANU demands. The Lagos-Badagry Expressway needs urgent attention. We have traced forfeited assets to 25 locations in Nigeria. Federal government, INEC plans to meet stakeholders on polling unit expansion. Electricity, local producers of prepaid meters kicks off operation in Lagos, February ending. Law to ban moving cattle from north to south. PDP Senate caucus backs Ganduje. The Buhari government is its own worst enemy. My attack on Alakija Bridge let the virtual operators come. Constitutionality or otherwise of Governor Akeredolu's 7-day quit order on earthmen in Ondo. Wike seeks end to external influence on NDDC. Buhari returns to Abuja after 4-day official visit to Daura, Katsina. Those are headlines from the Vanguard newspaper.
And shortly before we go, these are some headlines from The Nation. Federal government varsity workers talks collapse. Buhari orders IG Adamu to hand over. Alleged fraud, Kalu asks court to stop EFCC from retrying him. $36.4 billion foreign reserves keep Naira stable. Labour demands independent probe of fuel price increase report. Government poverty reduction efforts won't work, says Obi. Lawan seeks establishment of Electoral Offences Commission. Ex-minister's death painful, says IBB. Momo helped Buhari to pick his running mate, says Ngige. Anxiety over killer herders persists in Oyo, Kwara. And finally, National Assembly mulls adoption of electronic voting, says Gaya.
We'll take a break for some commercial messages. We come back and we have our analyst in the studio this morning. Welcome.
32 FM.
94.9.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
What if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Charles!
Yes, mommy?
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Breakfast your day every day with the nourishment of malt, milk and cocoa and the delicious taste of Milo.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Sílẹ̀kùn ọdún tuntun pẹ̀lú oore tuntun. New Zealand Employment Offer 2021. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, FMH International Human Resources ti bọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wáṣẹ́ sókè òkun tí wọ́n sì ti ṣoríire láti pàṣẹ wọn. Ìwọ ni ire kan, ó yá gborí wọ New Zealand pẹ̀lú owó tí ò ga jara lọ. Ní New Zealand, $18 ni wọ́n ń san fún wákàtí kan, approximately 1.5 million naira gẹ́gẹ́ bí owó oṣù. Gbígba visa àti àwọn ìwé tó ṣe pàtàkì míì lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ní New Zealand láàrin ọjọ́ mọ́kànlélógún sí ọgbọ̀njọ́ 21 to 30 days processing ni. Fíforúkọsílẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàyí bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọjọ́ kẹtàdínlógún oṣù kejìlá December 17, 2020 títí di ọjọ́ kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kìíní ọdún 2021 January 31st, 2021 15 to 20% discount wà lórí gbogbo owó tí ẹ bá san. FMH International Human Resources Àjàkẹ́tà àti Ìkẹsàn Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn telephone 0817 4444 627 tàbí 0816 873 7222. New Zealand Employment Offer 2021 sílẹ̀kùn ọdún tuntun pẹ̀lú oore tuntun.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Hey, why not they do her like this now? She offend on now.
Mommy, what is it? Why are you crying?
Hey, Jiro, people heartless. See what they do, Anita.
Mama, who is Anita?
My dear, just leave Mama. Oh, she's in a world of her own with this movie she's watching on Airtel TV. You too can get special streaming 500 MB data for just 100 naira to stream movies, series, music videos, and more. The best part is, you don't have to use your main data. Just dial *141 *106# now.
Hey, Mama, Anita don't see better man Mario. Just look at God.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
FM
94.9.
Thank you so much for staying with us. In case you just joined us, this is 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan, and the program is Break It Down Newspaper Review. My name is DELE ADEYANJU once again.
I am GBEMISOLA SOYEMI.
Joining us in the studio this morning is Austin Udumo, our analyst this morning.
Good morning.
All right, good morning. Yes, we have reports, stories here, left, right, center this morning, and we just have to take few, maybe 2, 3, 4 of those stories. Yes, the IG of police is expected to be out of office today. Austin is still in office because President Buhari just got back to Abuja, and we don't know what the federal government plans on. Maybe he stays on, or maybe there's going to be a replacement quickly.
Yes, if the federal government has a plan, or the government has good intentions, that the president is not within Abuja shouldn't have stopped any vital information as regards the tenure of the IGP. He was supposed to have bowed out of office on Monday, which was on 1st of February. As at yesterday, he was still fully dressed normally to office. Not only fully dressed, he had to perform an official duty. He went to the airport to welcome Mr. President in an official capacity as the IGP. That on its own is an aberration. If you are extending the tenure, let us know that you are extending his stay, which the president, in my view, has a prerogative to be able to do that. And if you are allowing him to go, there shouldn't be a vacuum. As it is now, it's just like the nation is head incommunicado as far as the position of the IGP is concerned. The reason why a lot of people point to the fact that the IGP may likely get an extension of office was the latest that was done by Mr. President. The NCDC DG and the controller of immigration, at some point the president had to extend their tenure beyond their normal stay in the office. So whichever way, let the government come out very decisively and communicate to the people of Nigeria. This is what we talk about when the government want to address the issue of fake news. If the authentic news, what we are supposed to get, is not even coming from the government, definitely people will have to fill in the gap.
What informs tenure extension? Is it sort of a lobbying strategy from the officers affected? I'm talking about the head of the immigration or even the IGP, or Mr. President is convinced about their proficiency. Their proficiency at work.
No, I don't think it's about performance, except we want to actually deceive ourselves. It's more of about sentiment and where you come from to a large extent, because you can't say certain set of officials are actually the best for the country. More so when it is statutory that they have to go home. This was what the government did at some point to the category of Ibrahim Magu, telling the whole world and the nation that it's only Magu that could do the job. And at the end of the day, this same government had to turn around to demystify that particular individual. My own take is that let us adhere strictly to the letters of the law. 60 years or 35 years in service, whichever that comes first. And if there's going to be a tenure extension, for example, which I think is unnecessary, because when you extend the tenure or the stay of office or the retirement age of certain people, you are also denying some people within the rank and file the opportunity to actually rise. And that alone can kill service delivery, because when the morale of the people has been dampened, somebody that is supposed to have gone, look at people like Buratai and what have you, the immediate past service chief. There are a lot of people who were even supposed to be promoted to certain rank in the military, but they didn't get that because those who are supposed to have retired, they refused to go. Now look at the number of people that most likely will go with them. So this is what we talk about if we are to address the issue of governance. Let the government be more responsive. The IGP, his tenure has elapsed, as in the year of service, 35 years of service. Let him go, and if you want to return him, you can return him. I think the process of extending their tenure, especially those who are not tenured, who are not just mere political appointment, who rose through the rank, this individual should be allowed to go home and rest. we can't claim that they are actually the best or they are the best we can find within them. So let the president do the needful by ensuring that whatever decision the government at the end of the day will take, no law is broken as a result of that.
All right. Away from that, this story is in Premium Times. I think it's in all the dailies this morning regarding the NIN SIM linkage extension. The deadline has been extended by 8 weeks again. It means the new deadline is now going to be April 6. Now, people keep talking about, we keep complaining about how there's the pandemic out there and how the federal government expects people to also, go out on queues and stay there for a very long time with all the overcrowded places and all of that. And you expect that they should, find a solution to this crowd that is always gathered in NIMC centers. Now, over the last, I think, few weeks, we've gone out on the streets to ask questions about what people think should be done. Is it the extension that is the problem, or the time limit now that is the problem, which we had before? Or is it the number of centers we have out there? I mean, centers where people can actually go to link their SIM with their NIN or register. And majority keep talking about having more centers for registration. But it doesn't look like the government is even, responding to this. All they want to do is extend the deadline, let people go out. It doesn't mean they are not bothered about whether or not people are affected by the pandemic, or because it's still the same thing we keep seeing over and over again. Extension of the deadline without any other measure to cushion the effects of the pandemic.
Yes, I think the government, especially this government, most of the time will take 2 steps forward and several steps backward. It's a combination of a lot of factors. The centers are grossly inadequate. Then also talked about the deployment of technology. It's not about extension of time. April the 6th will still be extended. Let us not deceive ourselves. This is a must for us as a people if we want to tackle dual identification and also tackle crime in the land. We need to have validation in terms of our SIM link to our NIM. That is a laudable initiative of the government, but it is a process that should take a number of time, because look at the possibility. What they intend to do before was to disconnect or to deregister over 150 million people in the country, subscriber, which is not supposed to be so. If you look at the latest that we have had now, of course, there have been relative progress, but Nigerians have to go through a lot of hard time to get this linkage done. Why can't we deploy technology in such a way that wherever you are, you can just do this link, especially when you have the NIM? So if you look at what the government is trying to do, they are bringing up a very good policy initiative, policy program, and they are doing it at a very wrong time, at a time where everybody wants to curtail the spread of the pandemic, and government is trying to lead from the front as far as that is concerned. So it is not only a wrong timing, it also has to do with inadequacy of centers as a result of deployment of technology. They have also come up with an idea that the various telecom operators can also decide to help in the leakage, because there's no how you do it. These are civil servants. We have heard complaint. We go to people, we talk to them, they will tell you, I have written names since last week and none of this name is called. We are having people coming through the back door, and some people are also making money as a result of this. So the government must be very conscious, because the telecom sector is a very viable sector. I can say it's one of the sectors that is working in Nigeria, and that is fetching us a lot of money in terms of the GDP. So the government must not make any attempt, all in the name of SIM leakage or NIM registration, to actually affect and kill this sector. As at on Monday, for example, when the meeting was set for the decision to be taken for extension, I think about 56.18 million people that have actually been able to do the link successfully out of 208 million subscribers that we have in Nigeria. How can the government just wake up all of a sudden and think that you are going to disconnect over 150 million people in the country? That is not possible. You are going to affect the telecom. They are not going to make more money as it used to be. So whatever we have to do, the April 6 can be a working date, but in my view, I think that when we are about to get to April 6, we'll still shift the goalpost. The best thing that can help us is to simplify the process. Look at the telecom, for example. You go to them before now to buy a SIM card. They register the SIM for you on the spot. It does not take more than 10 minutes. So why is it that when it comes to government, we must make Nigerians to pay through their nose? We must queue for everything under the sun, under the rain, and especially during pandemic. So I think the government should come out very clearly to look at this issue critically in such a way that as we are trying to curtail the spread of this virus on one hand, we are not bringing out initiative or policies or programs that will also increase cases. I see a lot of convergence even in telecom offices. Most of them are not wearing face masks. Most of them do not even care about physical distancing and what have you. So this is what we are talking about. This policy is good. The government can roll it out and say, oh, in the next 365 days, any SIM that is not registered, you know us now, we are a deadline country. Some people, until it get to the day
they call them the coconut head generation.
Yes, until it gets to the day that it will end, they will not go or make effort to do it. But the best approach is to simplify. If you want to do driver's license, you have to pay through your nose, you have to queue, no decentralization, you have to go to a particular place to get it. If you want to get this, you have to do that. How does the private sector get some of these things done? There was BVN registration in this country and it was successful. So the government must take clue from the private sector initiative, let them collaborate together, and at the end of the day we'll get this thing done seamlessly without people being disaffected. The purpose is to attack or put criminal under check. If I am not a criminal and you have to disconnect my line, that is an aberration, for example. So let the government do everything within their power. April 6th is still far, but in a matter of days or in a matter of weeks, it will also come to pass.
Maybe it should be extended till the end of the year.
It will still be extended. That is the truth of the matter. Because if it is not extended, the purpose is to capture a lot of people, not punitive measure, not to sanction people. If we look at it that, if you are not, I think some people have to advise the minister that this initiative is good. That is why the president must come in. If you have appointees that are bringing out policies or initiatives that can affect the people, you have to also come and call them to order, because the purpose of you being in office is about this individual. So you can't just have people maybe who had initiative somewhere who want to bring it out. We look at our various peculiarity and we also use the use of technology to address this situation.
Yes, when we come back, Austin, we're going to talk about Bashir Tofa. Bashir Tofa was MK Abiola's opponent in 1993 during the famous 1993 presidential election. It's on the news today, so we're going to take a break for some messages. We come back and we treat that. Good morning once again.
God doesn't find that. When they talk about find out that remedy, they learn from where we did. Because to find it easy for me. I wanted that is what we say easy way for me. Now linking my NIN to my glow line. Don't tell me play. I feel just first now pick up my phone. Go use the USSD code by dialing *109* my NIN hash. Quickly, I go just text my NIN to 109. I feel also visit glowworld.com/NIN on top my super fast internet. If I come the area where we say Glow World near me, let's just walk and enter. And if you don't forget your NIN, dial *346#. You don't get them back. Some people there, they call the ask question. We don't call register for NIN. Don't worry yourself. Just walk and enter any nearest Glow World. Don't let them disconnect you from all the amazing voice and data offers where they inside Glow. Linking your NIN. They're safe and it's 100% free with zero wahala.
Glow, grandmasters of data.
Hey, why did you put it in the pot like that? You're supposed to break it first.
Says who? This is how I cook my pasta. Besides, it's golden penny pasta. It's non-sticky, so it doesn't matter.
But I want to cook it with meatballs mixed with pepper sauce and cheese.
Go ahead and enjoy your golden penny pasta just the way you want it. Golden penny pasta is made with durum wheat, which contains protein, and it's non-sticky, so you can cook, serve, and eat just the way you want it. With golden penny pasta, your way is best.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Yes, cavities
Now,
out!
the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Yálùmọ̀ Bitters dé, okun àtagbára tá a nílò láti máa ṣiṣẹ́ akọni. Bí Yálùmọ̀ Bitters bá ń bẹ lárọ̀ọ́wọ́tó mi, kì í rẹ̀ mí o. Ẹ̀mí One Naturalist Care Limited ló ṣe é o.
Yálùmọ̀ Bitters, ó yálùmọ̀ kàrà yálùmọ̀ gàrà. Ọ̀kasani tó ń gómọkùnrin kàkà bàjá ṣiṣẹ́ bí àrìrà lágọ̀ ara. Àkàmọ́yé gbòógì ni wọ́n fi ṣẹ̀dọ̀ Yálùmọ̀ Bitters tó ń fúnni lókun àtagbára tá a nílò. Láti máa fakọyọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ akọni. Kọ́pá yìí ó ná tọ̀tọ̀ kára ó yá gágá. Yálùmọ̀ Bitters ni o. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù. Ilé-iṣẹ́ mi One Naturalist Care Limited ló ṣe é. Ó wà nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé Street off Adéògùn Aláàfin Avenue Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ring Road Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08052255073 àti 08034051533. Yálùmọ̀ Bitters ti wà ní chemist àti pharmacy stores lágbègbè rẹ̀. Dojúmọ́ la lágbàtà ń pọ̀ sí. Yálùmọ̀ Bitters káì ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀.
Why una dey do her like this now? She offend una.
Mommy, what is it? Why are you crying?
Ejiro, people heartless oh. See wetin they do Anita.
Mama, who is Anita?
My dear, just leave Mama. Oh, she's in a world of her own with this movie she's watching on Airtel TV. You too can get special streaming 500 MB data for just 100 naira to stream movies, series, music videos, and more. The best part is, you don't have to use your main data. Just dial *141 *106# now.
Hey, Mama, Anita don't see better man Mario. Just look at God.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
So 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan, and the program is Breakdown Newspaper Review. We are still talking about issues from the news today. Now, Bashir Tofa said that President Muhammadu Buhari should act before the eviction given to herders across some sections of the state, especially in the south, where it is happening right now. We have Oyo, we have Ondo, at least for now, before it degenerates into something else. I don't know. Bashir Tofa called this as a matter of urgency.
Yes, I think the federal government must act to stem the tide and also to bring down the tension. I would say that we have never had it so badly in the history of this country. In terms of escalating tensions here and there.
Yeah, actually, especially is warning about reprisal attacks.
Yes, especially those that borders on ethnic issues, like the one of the elders. Of course, we do not want a reprisal. That is why we have always cautioned our people to tread with caution and also invoke sections of the law to handle the issue, because you can't take laws into your hand. But there is a factor. All of these people, especially from the northern part of the country, that have spoken about this issue, they don't seem to talk about the causes. Why notices? You understand? Yeah. It is because of the sustained and persistent killing of the locals in these various communities. We are not talking about profiling the Fulani ethnic group. After all, some of the people that perpetrate this crime, they are Fulanis, but not all Fulanis are Nigerians. You understand? Not all of them. We have a lot of them that migrated into the country. That is what the government should look at. Some of these guys that are foreigner, their hair is different from the Nigerian Fulanis. You understand? So that is what they should look at. But all the prominent northerners that have talked about this issue, they seem not to talk about the root causes of this matter. You understand? Which is the cross of the matter. They only talked about eviction notices, and all the Fulani prominent ones, they are always united as far as this is concerned. The way we caution our own people, if they too caution their own people, I do not think we'll get to this particular level. The major issue is that we must learn to cohabit together. If these people, they perpetrate crime in our forest area, let those ones fish them out. Let security operatives fish them out. A situation whereby a crime is committed and the house of a prominent person is used as a negotiation ground, he negotiates for ransom and ransom is paid. He takes his own share, and when they go to his house, look at a lot of vehicles, the way the house look and what have you. What is the job that he is into that he was able to amass all of this? He said some of these cars belong to his children and what have you. So until we sit together as a people and address the cause, not just bringing in ethnic sentiment into it. Look at Lamido in Jigawa. He talked about he queue behind them. Look at Tofa now. If you read the story very well, you look at the body language and the tone of Tofa, he's saying that the government must act to curb the ethnic tension. Yeah. It's not saying that the government need to act to save the life of the people, so that you are not supposed to get killed.
That's why it's hammering on reprisals.
Yes, on your farmland. So rather than hammering on reprisal, we have a lot of Hausas here. We have a lot of Fulanis here. Some of them are doing legitimate business. We are not, the people that gave ultimatum did not give ultimatum to those ones. Akeredolu made it expressly clear. He didn't even ask them to live on those states. Leave the forest area. If you are doing legitimate business, come to the town. So the government must act in such a way that, why is it that, okay, look at the presidency, for example. Immediately this issue came up, the presidency had to react as if the presidency or the federal government is an extension of Miyetti Allah, Cattle Breeder Association of the country. So we must address this issue. President Muhammadu Buhari must show leadership, invite all the state governors, let us deal with this issue decisively. Ganduje even profile a solution that, let us ensure that we build ranches for them up north, and if they are coming to down south, it has to be business. The way they migrate down south is alarming. That is the truth of the matter. We must check those SSCs. We have the right to migrate anywhere, but a situation where we suspect that these are criminal, are we now also saying that those that are killing our people, they reserve the right, because we are in the federation, they reserve the right to live anywhere?
Having the right to migrate anywhere, we have to take into cognizance the issue of nomadism, moving with cattle from one place to the other, because that's the root cause of all these issues.
Yeah, it is even primitive for us to practice the nomadic system of cattle breeding in the country. This is the 21st century, for example, 2021 for that matter. We have to have cattle roaming around the street, cattle roaming everywhere, most of the time on the highway.
Cattle roaming into the federal secretariat.
Federal secretariat, into the classroom. What is even the contribution of this business to our national GDP? How much of beef do we export in Nigeria, for example? We are not part of number 1 to 20 of countries that export beef or countries that generate a lot of revenue from this type of business. And we have said it times without number, it's a private business. It's just like the poultry business. You acquire your land, you set up your business, you do it. Even there are certain areas in this Ibadan, I'm digressing now, where you have poultry business and your neighbors, your community will file petition against you that business is disturbing the community, disturbing their livelihood, is threatening their life, and you have to look for a way to settle it. We don't cry to federal government. Presidency does not release statement as far as this is concerned. So we must nip this issue in the bud. There have always been this issue right from time in Nigeria, but I think this present government, through the body language of the president, has allowed this particular issue to degenerate so much, in as much that some people believe, quote and unquote now, that the life of cow to some extent can be more valued than the life of human being. It shouldn't be so.
All right. As two legs to that story, PDP is saying that Ogun State government is confused because they shouldn't deny seeking Sunday Igboho's help. That's one. Number two, Pastor Tunde Bakari said we have more than 10,000 Sunday Igbohos. I don't know what he actually meant by that, but I've not read through the meat of the story.
Yes, he talked about the issue of Sunday Igboho coming aboard to want to bail out his people, or his people coming to him, telling him to come and savage them because it seems the government action is not enough as far as this issue is concerned. We have a lot of them. Some of them are not come out openly. Sunday Igboho is bold, maybe because people know him. That is why he has come out. If the government refuse to act and allow this issue to get to a level of self-help, at the end of the day, it will breed anarchy. That is what we are talking about. So for Sunday Igboho to invade Ogun State, we were discussing it on this platform yesterday, that he probably may have been invited, but an aide to the governor said no, he was not invited and what have you. But I do not think he can just invade a state that has a government and just decide to do whatever he chooses to do. This issue is that let us look for a way to address it. Look at Ooni of Ife, for example. When he spoke, he cautioned Sunday Igboho. Look at Are Gani Adams, for example. When he spoke, he cautioned Sunday Igboho. Look at Governor Seyi Makinde, for example. When he spoke, he also cautioned Sunday Igboho.
Cautioning Sunday Igboho, are those not political statements? Like, we like what you do, but okay, in public.
Look. Whether political or not, some of these statements, especially from right sources, are capable of bringing down the tensions. But the point I want to make is that look at people that are speaking from up north. Yeah. The federal government they are calling upon is for the federal government to protect these people, not to even solve the problem. Tofa is saying that they should address it so that there won't be reprisal attack. Those of our people in Kano, are they killing people? Are they committing crime? So these are issues that we talked about.
In Ogun State, the aftermath of Igbo's visits, those places were burned. The cow market set ablaze in Igua. That's a Yewa area. But I don't think till now the state government is absorbing itself.
The state government cannot absorb itself because the law does not recognize Sunday Igboho. You understand? We must tread with caution. That is the point I've always made as far as this issue is concerned. We can't use one form of illegality to attack the other form of illegality. What Sunday Igboho should have done is to work with the various governments in the southwest.
What if the governments are not receptive?
That is what we are talking about. The government must show leadership by being receptive. This individual, before more havoc is committed, you can have a way of inviting this individual. Call him to your forum. Call him to order. This is the way we want to go about it. We are still operating a federal system of government in Nigeria. We don't want issue to escalate beyond normal, because we must also think about our people that also live there, whether they commit crime, whether they do legitimate. It has happened before. We know the way they behave. That is the truth of the matter. So let the government look for a way, especially Southwest government, because having gone there to burn cow market, to burn people's farm or people's property, that on its own will trigger another form of reaction. And at the end of the day, this thing will affect everybody. But the major thing at the bottom line is that the government seems to be drifting. The government must be alive to its responsibility, which is primarily the protection of life and property.
So the call is for the government to take action.
Yes, it's for the call to take. It's for the government to take action. If government has taken enough action, decisive action, there wouldn't have been occasion for Sunday Igboho to come and fill in the gap to serve as messiah for the people.
The meeting held by the governors, which are in attendance, governors from up north. When
Two of them.
Yeah, when are we likely to start having a result of the meeting?
Well, it has to take time. This issue of attack, that farmers clashes did not just start today. And when you also talk about solution will not come or happen overnight. It has to take time. It has to take process. There's anti-open grazing law, I think, in Ekiti, anti-open grazing law in Oyo. Ogun is trying to bring on board anti-open grazing law. What they agreed at that meeting was to ban open grazing, and they agreed that there won't be night grazing. They also agreed that underage herders will also be suspended. Situation where cow roam on the highway. You know, that is the way they used to kidnap people. When you are on a top speed and you see them, you have to slow down. By the time you slow down, they will stop the vehicle. They will remove all the passengers who had to come down. We've seen video where about 18 passengers were filed into the bush. You know, they will get there, they will profile them, they will beat them, they will do all sorts of things against them. We must collaborate as a people of the country with a united voice to fish out criminal elements within and amongst us.
Well, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, he mentioned something about, all those processes taking time. It means we have to wait. But then this problem is happening already. It's still persistent. So how do we even solve what kind of action? Because we keep talking about action. What kind of action should the government take immediately, so that by the time we're waiting for all of these, all these laws and resolutions to come into play, what do we do between now and then?
Enforcement.
Okay.
You understand? The worrisome aspect of it is that the attack has continued. The governor's meeting did not stop the attack, even in Okyogun. The governor's visit to Okyogun did not stop the attack in Okyogun. What then do we need to do? That is why we are calling on the government to act fast, because if this issue degenerates, everybody eventually could be affected. That's why we are calling on them. Let there be enforcement. You can't just make law without enforcement. If not that the governor reminded the people that there is even anti-open grazing law in Oyo State. A lot of people did not know. Why? Because there's no enforcement. We still see cow here and there. They still roam around the street and what have you. So we must summon the political will. Let us leave second-term ambition. Let us leave senatorial ambition for governors that are already in their second term to be able to address this issue frontally, because posterity will forever remember them for the role they play as far as this matter is concerned.
When we come back, we open the phone lines. The number to call is 0809 7949 and 0906 200949. We quickly go for a break.
God doesn't find that. When they talk about find out the remedy, they learn from where we did. Because to find it easy for me. I wonder that is what we say easy way for me. Now linking my NIN to my glow line. Don't tell me, bro. I feel just first now pick up my phone. Go use the USSD code by dialing *109* my NIN hash. Quickly, I go just text my NIN to 109. I feel also visit glowworld.com/NIN on top my super fast internet. If I come the area where we say Glow World near me, let's just walk enter. And if you don't forget your NIN, dial *346#. You don't get them back. Some people there, they call the ask question. We they can register for NIN. Don't worry yourself. Just walk enter any nearest Glow World. No let them disconnect you from all the amazing voice and data offers where they inside Glow. Linking your NIN. They're safe and it's 100% free with zero wahala.
Glow, grandmasters of data.
Guy, how far now? If you see this game, in fact, go to channel 203 now. Wait, let me check. But I can't view the channel. Really? You haven't heard of Step Up? Now I'm watching live sports action from the biggest leagues since I upgraded my DSTV subscription. And I got the next higher package.
That's right. Step up to the next level. If you're on the younger package and upgrade to Confirm, you will get the next higher package. DSTV Compact, worth 7,900 naira to enjoy all the live matches. Offer available for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Shey they use Comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate. Because Colgate locks calcium in.
Yes, cavities
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
For ShopRite, you go fit find everything when you want to plus more. Buy 24th Martina drink for 3,299 naira 99 kobo and chicken twin pack for 1,599 naira 99 kobo. You fit buy your recharge card for any of our T-points inside our shop. Don't forget if you check our website www.shoprite.com.ng for more to read. All this price will last till February 7, 2021. ShopRite, tertiary price when you fit trust all the time.
It's the Smart Kids Show!
Smart Kids, are you ready to have a happy moment on radio, learning, and at the same time having fun?
How many sevens can we get in 49?
That would be 7.
All right. By how much is 55 more than 33?
55 more than 33. 22.
If you share 16 coconuts among 4 people, what will each get?
4.
That's interesting. How many 3s are there in 18?
6.
And a king had 15 horses. Share amongst 5 people.
3.
Okay, that's interesting. We got a winner this morning.
Then join Auntie Yellow on 32 FM 94.9, Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m.
Smart Kids Show. Let us learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Hey, why not they do her like this now? She offend on now.
Mommy, what is it? Why are you crying?
Hey, Jiro, people heartless. See what they do, Anita.
Mama, who is Anita?
My dear, just leave Mama. Oh. She's in a world of her own with this movie she's watching on Airtel TV. You too can get special streaming 500 MB data for just 100 naira to stream movies, series, music videos, and more. The best part is, you don't have to use your main data. Just dial *141 *106# now.
Hey, Mama, Anita don't see better man Mario. Just look at God.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
All right, quickly we take calls before we wrap up on the show. We still have like 5 minutes. 0809 7949 0906 2949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Move away from your radio set, sir.
Please, I can only put blame on our leaders in the Southwest. Because since how when these people so-called planning have been doing these bad runs in our society, they have never talked. This is a villain of leadership. Thank you. This is Omo Basharon.
All right, thank you very much, Omo Basharon. 0906 2949 0809 7949. This one on YouTube says Omotolani Abiola Omo Basharon. Oh, okay. All right, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Ademola speaking from Akwete. On the issue this morning concerning the cattle hearing, you see, the truth has to be told. If the federal government they may say that the Ruga should be established and our people go against it, I as a person, I'm a farmer that's mostly interested in cattle hearing, but there is no way I can do it without having a specific place to do it. But our people are going against it. In the recent time throughout the world, there is nowhere people operating open grazing again. But the federal government suggests an idea that Ruga should be established. We all go against it. Now, the little cattle I have, I'm a Yoruba man. The little cattle I have it with most of these Fulani around. I have almost 3 or 5. They are helping me doing it all around. I want to engage in this, but there's no way I can establish on my own. If the government should allow to operate this Ruga, I knew vividly that the numbers of people that be operating Ruga in Oyo State can never be a Fulani people. Well, over 80% of our people are interested in it. But there is no way we didn't allow it.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. We can hear you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Mr. Austin. I think I enjoyed your objective analysis this morning. I am Falodun from Kopa Yoludo. See, I think I'm a federalist. I believe in one Nigeria, one nation, and one destiny. But a station where some criminal are hiding under Fulani. Hello?
We are with you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I said I'm a federalist. I believe in one nation, one Nigeria, and one destiny. Because I've worked for this country for good 5 years. But a situation where some people will be hiding under Fulani to be committing crime is unacceptable to me. It's unacceptable. So when Bashir Tofa was now calling President Buhari, was he calling President Buhari to be accepting criminality? I don't know what he was calling President for reform. Governments have failed in their part, and Sunday is now exporting the situation to help his own people, the Yoruba people. So why should we not be talking? When
Hello. Thank you for calling, sir. Hello. This is going to be
good morning.
Hello, good morning.
My name is Joseph from Jekodo.
Yeah, good morning.
All right.
Yeah, as far as this issue of farmer headers plastic is concerned, I don't think President Buhari is willing and ready to address it. Because
body language so far has shown that it's sympathetic to what they are doing. So I would advise our various state governments to, put measures in place, both short-term and long-term measures to address this issue. I think President Buhari should be pleased for allowing these people to, to killing Nigerians in a very gruesome and brutal manner. Yeah, he's the president of the North and the South and the North, the Nigerian president. I voted for him, but I'm sorry to say this. It's exceptionalism. It's either resign or they can fix him. That's my contribution.
All right, thank you so much for calling. Yes, it's time to go. You have a message right
Yeah, let's take this message. This one here says, good morning. Sunday Igbo is the creation of the failure of the federal government to rein in the destructive and nefarious activities of the Earthmen and protect the people. The government should move fast. Daniel Okereke from Oketunu. And finally, I wonder why the United Nations are keeping mute over what is happening in Nigeria, or don't they know that Nigeria needs SOS? The harbingers we see every day are not the good ones. Something must be done as a matter of urgency before Nigeria melts into River Niger. God created us to exist. We shouldn't destroy ourselves for selfish reasons. Achibiri FN. Thank you for your contribution. We have to go now. My name is GBEMISOLA. SOYEMI. Join us again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Break of Dawn Newspaper Review.
Thank you, Austin, for coming.
Thank you for having
me. My name is DELE ADEYANJU. Good morning once again.